Mazel tov. Oh my gosh, much better. That's how it happens. That is literally how it happens. Alright, so 1, 2, 3. Let's go.
You are now tuning into the Clean Version Show. Welcome back, everybody. Oh my God, you know what? We just need to kick off the episode with perseverance. Perseverance is really, really, really almost always the determining factor on whether you will make it or not. Why? Because when you fail, that shit sucks. And it is only perseverance that can push you through to do it again, because you're going to have to do it again and again and again and again and again. And finally, at some point that you never anticipated and you never decided, you get to make it through. Yeah. That was me today. When I set up my calendar with the help of my partner for today, I thought, okay, an hour to charge everything, let's say 30 minutes, an hour to get ready, and an hour to shoot. I could do this in 3 hours. I thought. Sorry, don't know if I have my lipstick on my teeth. Makeup, is I makeup on set? So I managed to charge the batteries, but then there was, it needs to be charged from a certain outlet for it to actually charge. Haha. Okay, got that done. And then the USB for my external hard drive is missing, so I used my computer charger because it has USB-C to USB-C, and somehow it's working. I mean, I guess it's just technology, so it'll work. But then, I can't charge my computer at my phone at the same time through the computer. Just little minuscule English. Just little intricate things that can be challenging to set up all on your own. I mean, I got these new light panels. I'm very happy with them. I think this is going to elevate some of my work. And I have a Sony camera that I've been using thanks to my friend Alec. And so I really wanted to give this high level episode, birthday special. We'll get into that in a minute. And then I sit down to record and I was like, this sounds funny, but it sounds okay, I guess. And little did I know that it was actually recording from the computer mic instead of the actual mic that I'm using in front of my face. So that was one other thing. And then the SIM card was full. I can't make this up, but all we could do is laugh about it, right? Typically I record on my phone, which this time I made sure to record on both my camera and phone. Fuck with me, you know I got it. And the phone is on Do Not Disturb and being charged. And I bore you with all of this just to let you know that if it was not for exactly what I was saying, perseverance, I wouldn't be here, because I definitely laid on this bed and was like, motherfucking shit. You know? Because a lot of times you put out all of your best energy, all of your best effort, and your effort might not always equate to the result you're looking for, and that is frustrating. Oh yes it is. But it's a matter of, is that frustration gonna take over your situation, your mood, etc., etc., or do you push through and persevere? I think that is a word. I think that is a word indeed. And I do have some notes for today. I tried a little bit, considering I had to do 2 takes apparently. But you know what? That's good too. For me with this stuff, I try to keep it raw, real, one take. It is what it is. We're having this moment in time and we share it together. But you know what? Sometimes you gotta try again. That was not the melody, but you get what I was saying. So, okay, so it's a motherfucking birthday special. My birthday's on Wednesday, and Wednesday is my favorite day of the week. It cannot get more wholesome for me this year. I'm just like excited. I definitely didn't realize how old I was. I was talking to Carlos the other day, and I was like, yeah, I was talking to this person, and blah, 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 blah. They're like, oh, you look like, because I told them it was my birthday on Wednesday, and they're like, oh, are you going to be 19? And I was like, oh, no, I'm going to be 28. And he was like, give me compliments. And Carlos goes, 28? I'm like, what? He's like, you're going to be 28? I'm like, yeah, 28. He's like, wait. So I'm turning 29. Hello, hello, hello. And there's a part of me that's like, don't talk to women about the age, but that's just being funny. I mean, 29 years on this earth, that's kind of fucking cool, honestly. I love it. And I do love that the guy said 19, because you know what? Spiritually, I feel like the exuberance and excitement that I had at 19 is what I still have today, and I fuck with that, because I feel like life for me is gonna always be fun, because I keep this fun and playful energy, and it's just like we on Earth. It's lit. I don't know. We have to make the best of it, goddamn. Like for real, for real, for real. And in that, actually, I was sharing that with my friends yesterday. We had a pool day, and we all went to Cheers just because it's Sunday, and I'm like, it's my birthday Wednesday, and everyone's like, what? And we're just talking about birthdays and getting excited and all that stuff. And for me, growing up, like, my parents really emphasized birthdays, and so you could say I was used to it, raised with it, conditioned with it, etc. And so for me, to becoming a teen adult, always prioritize my birthday and anyone's birthdays. I'll get excited. I'm like, happy birthday, like, let's do shit. Just because, you know what? Sometimes, because we do life every day, sometimes we have a hard time celebrating life every single day. Though I'm sure we all have our ways to find gratitude every single day. But your birthday, it's always coming up, And I know a lot of people get sad around their birthday. And I had that one year, and I never want to do that shit again. I had a horrible birthday a few years ago, and I was just like sad and crying, and it almost felt like mourning. And I was like, girl, you don't need to experience that. Your birthday's coming up. You don't have to cocoon yourself in a shell and feel like, sometimes we perpetuate ourselves into further sadness. And I was like, never again. Birthdays, we gonna get pumped. It's not to say that we don't feel feelings, and maybe you're gonna be sad on your birthday, sure. But more so that you get yourself excited, right? You put the anticipation on. My birthday's coming up. You take your actual day for yourself. Let me actually get into it. When I say get excited about your birthday, I'm not saying plan a birthday party for your birthday on your birthday. Tyler, the Creator. I'm saying celebrate your birthday. You could plan something on the weekend or a day before, a day after, but I very much advocate for taking your day for you and do what you want to do and just vibe, because sometimes there's pressures. Oh my god, like the pressure of planning and who do I invite and who are my friends, and it goes on this whole thing. It's like, that's exhausting. No one should have to work hard on their birthday. It should be with ease, with love, because we are celebrating the birth of you. And how special are you? I mean, quite literally, who else is gonna be grateful to wake up to be you? Duh. I mean, oh my gosh, I guess this is like a pep talk episode. I mean, this is all relatively related. See, with clean version, it is about authenticity. And we have this filtered world where we're expected to fit in these boxes and be different versions of ourselves depending on the space we're in. And I'm like, fuck that. I'm like, be you all the time. And that should be good. That should be all right. I think we foster better things. Better, I guess, is subjective, but we foster, I think there is more magic when people can be themselves. If I need to do something and I have to mask myself in order to do it, or try to think about the perception of others and the judgment that might come if I do it a certain way, fumbled, lost, it's over. Because it's not real, because it's not you, right? Like, the reason why you are so special is because that is literally who you are, and there's nobody else like you. They obviously, you guys have heard this before, but like twins who even have all of the same genetic compound, etc., are still different people. And so I'm just emphasizing that for you today, that you need to celebrate yourself more. All right, that's a message for me, as I get excited to celebrate my birthday. And I don't have anything planned, and I have everything up in the air, and my boo said he has some things planned, and I'm like, sure, whatever it is, I'll be there and I'll have fun. And just in general, my tone for this month is to just enjoy myself and do what it does. Okay? Yeah. So I wanted to talk a little bit about vulnerability. And vulnerability and being yourself obviously have a very strong relationship, right? Because in order to be yourself, you have to be vulnerable. Why? Because that is the rawness of you. We filter ourselves to avoid judgment, to blend in, to avoid being called out, because somehow the attention is not it, right? Or the attention is a facade because it's not for who you really are. And so vulnerability allows intimacy, it allows closeness. You have to let your guard down in order to be vulnerable. Hey, this is who I am. Hey, this is the real me. This is what I actually think. And letting it go. Because we cannot control people's perceptions of us. We cannot control what they think of us or their judgment. But we can be ourselves, because that's the realest and rawest thing. Any judgment, and I don't mean judgment in like a negative way, any presumption, assumption, you know what I'm saying, right? Anything that somebody perceives of you, and why am I fucking this up? I think I was trying to change the perspective, and I lost the words. But what I'm trying to say here, I'm sorry, that was so funny. My point is to say that if people are gonna make a judgment of you, at least let it be the judgment of the real you, because I don't even know how to explain why, but just because. And at least you know that you were strong enough to be vulnerable. It's so easy to be fake. If they judge this exterior that you've built, then there is no penetrating because that's the barrier. But if you let your guard down and it's really you, there's a test in that. There's a test in self-esteem, in character, and we need that. We need to further establish the security of who we really are. And if we continue to present ourselves as a representative, as a stronger image, or as a facade of who we really are, we're never really getting to exercise the truth of our esteem and our self-worth and our identity. And I'm all about that. Your relationships that you have with people are only as real as you allow yourself to be with them. You have to be able to say, hey, that hurt. Hey, that I was uncomfortable with that. Hey, I love you, right? Like, these things can be weaponized and have been weaponized, which is why I think a lot of people have their guards up and are afraid of being authentic to what they like, to who they are and how they are. But we have to overcome that, because then it's just a bunch of disingenuine things going on, and that doesn't breed anything that feels good. That just breeds more separation. And there's nothing I love more than closeness. I mean, to hug and kiss my friends, to laugh, to be silly, to just be and not have to worry. That is a privilege. And that is what I am all about. That's what I am trying to put out there in the world. So with that being said, clean version, baby. Okay. I'm wearing a new hoodie. If you're not on YouTube, make sure to get on YouTube and see a little white hoodie that I already stained. But bleach is good. We have the Rien et Tout logo on the sleeve. This made me very excited. Rien et Tout means nothing and everything in French. That's the plus and minus logo, which represents completion, which also represents clean version. You see how it all connects? Yeah. And like energy, right? You guys remember doing the magnets in school and seeing how plus and minus. So cleanversion.com has been acquired by Mwahahaha. So it's happening. I've been working on building the website on Shopify. So Onette Boss is on Squarespace, which I do have some e-commerce on Onette Boss, but it's just not a e-commerce. What's the word? It is friendly, but it's not optimal for e-commerce. And so I'm going to maintain the onetboss.com website for myself, my artwork, my music, etc., and maybe some merch, but really taking focus in this next 6 months to build up cleanversion.com, bring to you guys these new hoodies that are supposed to be shipped here anytime. They told me they just finished it. The neck label took very, very, very long. Didn't think it could be that long, but it is. So they better be fucking gorgeous when they get here, because they didn't show me a finalized image, but it is what it is. They'll get here. We'll have that. Plan on hosting some pop-ups this summer leading into fall to celebrate the release of the hoodies. In regards to that, I guess I did want to speak about the process of production, slow versus fast, which I'm not doing. And also, like, the hoodie that I'm wearing right now, this is like a blank that had all this customization, but the neck label still has the wholesaler's name in it. And in this position, it would require for me to cut the neck and sew on a new one. And I've had seasons where I'm like, I have no problem doing that, and then I'm like, that's gonna take a lot of time for me to do that. So I'm still figuring that out, So we'll have like a mix of that. Swimsuit. Probably try to bring those back for the summer. And yeah. Oh, okay. I wanted to see. I keep on losing my train of thought. So yeah, with the hoodies that I did in production, we did 100 units, which is, to me, a lot. And the process was chill. I already had everything I needed, but it's been months later, and now we're here. I guess I keep on circling back to this note, but I feel like I've already covered what I wanted to say, which was that they're on their way, and it was the neck labels that for some reason prolonged this process. And that's that. My candle lady said she can't produce my candles until August, so I am awaiting. Could I look for another person? Yeah, I can, but I've already started working with this person, and with the way time moves, I mean, we're already in June, July, August. I don't think 2 months are gonna kill me. I have time to prepare and get other things done. Sometimes you really do need to take the long route, and the long route might mean longer than you think. Okay. Because that's just like the challenges of being an independent blank, small business blank, freelance blank. Like, you are constantly pouring into your cup for whatever medium you're doing, and your overflow is slow, very slow. But the fruition and the fruit is there. It's coming. You can't micromanage it. You just can't. You just gotta continue managing and putting a system on yourself to be consistent, and the good shit will come. And I feel like I fell off for a little bit from managing my website and putting stuff out and getting new samples and such. And I want to make a point in getting in a better system so that I can do what I'm doing. I have people asking me for hoodies all the time, asking me for tote bags and patches, and I'm like, coming soon. But at a certain point, it's up to me to why is it coming soon for so long? You know, what is getting in the way? What do we need to do to optimize the situation, right? And so if cutting the neck labels and adding them to whatever is going to take too long, then okay, we have to put down a lot more money and get it done a certain way. To have that money takes time. You see what I'm saying? So there's like these puzzle pieces, these domino effects, and each thing is a challenge, and you have to be equipped and do what? Have perseverance. If there's nothing else that you got from this episode, know that I love you, and I encourage you to keep on pushing, because you never know what's on the other side, and I believe that it is so worth it. Have a good night. Thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you on the next one. Wish me happy birthday, listen to Blue Faces, and I don't know, buy some merch when I drop them.